back. We're watching Twitter this morning. Some high-profile accounts, including Justin Bieber's and Forbes, hacked through a third-party app. The hackers tweeting racist symbols and some Turkish politics on various accounts. This as early Twitter investor Chris Sacca tweets out he has personally sold all of his shares as of last fall. Let's bring in Inside.com's Jason Calacanis. Jason, good morning.
Good morning. Nice to see you.
So what to make of this? I mean, all the talk, it seems, is about Snap versus Facebook now. We've had less of that Twitter versus Facebook conversation. Is Twitter still relevant? I mean, people love the product. We still use it. But the ecosystem, is it broken? Is this Yahoo all over again?
Yeah, I think Yahoo might be a pretty good analogy here. If you look at the growth of Instagram, it's been up about 50% since Jack joined Twitter. Facebook during that time has been up 20% on a very big number. The internet has grown 7% since Jack took over Twitter, and Twitter has grown 3% since Jack took over Twitter. He's a half-time CEO. He hasn't been able to release a lot of product. There's no product coming out of Twitter. They've lost a lot of the key members of the management team. You would be crazy to own the stock. It's the worst stock you could own in technology, I think. There really is a really systematic problem at Twitter. And if you want exposure to social media and the social space, I would say put 70 cents on the dollar into Facebook and their collection of assets and 30 cents on the dollar into Snapchat and let that be your risk-taking high flyer. But it's completely mismanaged, and it's time for Jack to go.
So in honor of Reid Hoffman joining the Microsoft board, how does Twitter pull a Microsoft? Since that seems to be the tech turnaround du jour. New leadership, something else?
There really are only three choices right now. One is to bring Evan Williams back, bring Medium over. Evan constantly innovates and releases new product, and he's a true innovator, and I think he's grown a lot since the early days of Twitter. And I think he would release a lot of product. I think he would take some bold action, which is what's missing right now. The second possibility is to hire somebody who's a bit of a wild card, somebody who is a product manager who built great product, but who's unknown, and then put really great management around them. The third possibility is to just sell this thing and be done with it. I don't know what the board of Twitter is thinking, putting a half-time CEO in, but if your company cannot grow in a time of political upheaval when you have a reality TV president using it and has gone completely rogue on the platform, then you will never grow. I don't think Twitter's ever going to grow again until they make massive changes in management. And, you know, if without POTUS, I actually think without Trump, Twitter's growth would not be flat. I think it would be down.
By how much?
It's a very scary stock to own.
How much do you think he's worth in user growth?
I give it a 5% premium, 5%, maybe it goes down 10 million users, 15 million users. But the point is, the user count may be propped up by Trump right now, and just everybody wanting to check in on his insanity at 5 a.m.
It sort of reminds me of something that Sacca said, which I think resonates with a lot of people like us. We use it. It's a good news source, Twitter. He said, great product, terrible stock. How do you use that sort of thinking? Can you apply that to any other company? And what does it mean for a company like Snap, which is also a tricky one to find the right valuation? Every analyst that comes out, it feels like, is underweight on this one.
Yeah, Snapchat is worth $10 billion, maybe $15 billion, so it's way overpriced. That being said, you have a founder there who has released 4 amazing products in 5 years, which is 4 more products than Jack has released in the past 2. And I think I would much rather take a chance on a slightly overpriced Snap than on a completely overvalued and incompetent Twitter.
Oh, tell us how you really feel. Speaking of the Yahoo comparison,
that's why you have me here.
Exactly. In less than 10 minutes, the Department of Justice is going to announce charges against parties in connection to those massive hack attacks against Yahoo, compromising the accounts of more than 1 billion users. NBC's Pete Williams reporting the DOJ believes the hacks were, quote, done with the backing of a nation state, unquote. Jason, nobody's immune from the potential of getting hacked. How have these sort of headlines changed the tone and tenor in Silicon Valley? Maybe the questions investors are asking of their startups about security measures, maybe the market for chief security officers?
Yeah, I mean, security is a major issue. I'm seeing very small startups that I've invested in get hacked recently and have to, come to me and say, what should we do? Should we give $5,000 to these Russian hackers or unknown hackers? this literally happened 2 weeks ago, or should we go public with it and own it? Of course, you want to own it and go public with it, which is something Yahoo didn't do. Big mistake. You have to own these hacks. Of course, everybody listening has to put on two-factor authentication. This means that you go to the site, you type in two-factor authentication, you get a little code that comes to your SMS when you log in. It takes a little extra time, but it will keep you from getting hacked. And most importantly, write every SMS message you do, every message on every platform, like a tweet. And write every email like a blog post. Assume you've been compromised. Assume everything will come out because it's already been compromised. And I'm really glad to see that our government is investigating Yahoo's hack absolutely 10 times more voraciously than they are our election. I mean, this is absolutely pathetic. If they're going to put all this effort into the investigation in Yahoo, can we please get a prosecutor, an independent one, to look into the fact that our election was most likely hacked? I mean, this is serious stuff. And Russia's not our friend, and Russia's hacking everything, and they've got the goods on us. Who knows who's compromised right now? There are probably dozens of politicians who've been compromised who might have right now, might now have all kinds of dirt on them. We have to get this hacking under control. We have to take it seriously. And Americans should be infuriated that we don't have an independent prosecutor looking into the election. The election is the most sacred thing we have. And it's probably been compromised. This is scary stuff. You couldn't make this in a TV show and believe it.
We will see. It feels like it is a TV show. We're talking about it all the time. We'll see what comes of these developments in Yahoo and other companies. Jason Calacanis, thanks for joining us.